Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my delicious homemade pumpkin spice pound cake. Now, this cake, of course, is made with pumpkin. In addition to that, it has 5 different types of spice in it, and we add that into the cake and into the icing in small quantities, along with our butter, eggs, sugar, and flour, creating a flavorful, moist, and delicious pumpkin spice pound cake that you're going to love. This recipe calls for about 15 to 20 servings depending on how you slice it. It's perfect for fall or for the holidays or any other time of the year. But most importantly, it's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all you'll need to make your pumpkin spice pound cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some Swan Sound cake flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of 100% pure pumpkin. You can also use real pumpkin as well. You also need some vanilla extract, butter extract, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ground ginger, ground cloves, and some confectioner's sugar. And to bake your pumpkin spice pound cake, you'll need some Baker's Joy nonstick baking spray and a Nordic Ware anniversary bundt pan. Now this is a 15 cup in capacity bundt pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. So for our dry ingredients, here I have a medium-sized glass bowl with a mesh strainer. I'm going to add 3 cups of cake flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to sift all the ingredients into this medium-sized bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick stir. Make sure you stir this really well. Alright, let's get started with our wet ingredients. So in a separate medium-sized bowl, I'm going to add 1 1/3 cups of the 100% pure pumpkin right on in there. 3/4 cup of evaporated milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of butter extract. Let me just take my whisk and I'm just going to stir all these ingredients together until combined. Start off slowly and then from there gradually stir all the ingredients until they're incorporated. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, I'm going to add 3 sticks of unsalted butter softened and at room temperature right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 3 cups of sugar. Now I'm going to start my mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Then I'm going to turn my mixer up to the highest setting and I'm going to mix this on high speed for 6 minutes. Now at some point during those 6 minutes, you're going to go ahead and stop your mixer. And you're going to scrape down the sides of your bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my mixer on a medium speed. And I'm going to add 5 large eggs in at room temperature, 1 at a time. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now we're going to alternate the cake flour mixture and the pumpkin milk mixture into the batter. Now we're only adding the dry and wet ingredients in here 3 separate times. We're not doing any measurements or anything like that. I'm going to add the first amount of the cake flour mixture and the first amount of the pumpkin mixture. Now I'm going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the second amount of the cake flour mixture and the second amount of the pumpkin milk mixture. And again, I'm going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Add the third and final amount of the cake flour mixture and the third and final amount of the pumpkin milk mixture. Make sure you get a spatula to get all of that in there. And again, I'm going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl, and our pumpkin spice pound cake batter is now ready. Alright, now you're going to go ahead and spray your bundt pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Now you're going to add your prepared cake batter into your bundt pan. Using the back of a spoon, spread your cake batter around your bundt pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your pan slightly. And tap the pan at the bottom with your hand. Now it is ready to be baked. Now I'm going to go ahead and place this into a preheated 325 degree oven on the bottom rack. Bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now for our cake. Now let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Now you're going to let the cake cool for about 4 to 5 hours before removing it out of the bundt pan. Alright, my cake has cooled. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip it onto this pan here. And there you go. Turned out beautiful. Alright, let's get started with the 5 spice icing. So in this medium-sized bowl, I'm going to add 1 1/2 cups of confectioner sugar, 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter, 3 tablespoons of warm evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of butter extract, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now for the rest of the spices, we're just going to add a sprinkle. So from there, we're just going to add a little sprinkle of allspice, just a little sprinkle of nutmeg, a sprinkle of ginger, and a sprinkle of cloves. Now some people ask, well, what's a sprinkle? It's a little bit less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to stir this until it's creamy and smooth with no visible lumps. So you want to make sure you stir it really good. Alright y'all, and our 5 spice icing is now ready. Alright, now here's some quick tips. Now when it comes to using evaporated milk, your icing needs to be thick. Okay, so if your icing is too thin, you're going to add at least about 2 to 4 additional tablespoons of confectioner sugar and then give it a quick stir and it'll thicken. You can also wait for about 15 to 20 minutes, and that way the icing will thicken as it cools, and then from there you can pour it on top of your cake. Now if your icing is too thick, that's a good thing, and from there when you pour it on top of your cake, it won't fall off your cake. Now for the fun part, I'm I'm going to go ahead and pour the icing on top of the cake. Wow, look at how beautiful that looks. Mm, mm, mm. And there we go, all done. Now we're going to let the icing set for about 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, it's ready to be served. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Homemade pumpkin spice pound cake made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. Now I have an official website for all of my recipes, including for this delicious homemade pumpkin spice pound cake. You can go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's taste test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. That's how it looks there. Mm-hmm. I really love the flavor and the texture of this cake. It's moist, slightly dense. It has a wonderful pumpkin flavor. Now the spices in the cake is not overpowering at all. It's just the right amount of spice. And also the cake is not too sweet, even though we add 3 cups of sugar to it. It's just the right amount of sweetness. And that icing, spices again, doesn't overpower it. Just a little sprinkle of each spice makes all the difference. And it brings out all the flavors and the sweetness of the entire cake. It's really, really good. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.